In the beginning, we see a pilot flying a plane over the canyons, mountains, and waters. The pilot is doing stunts and suddenly engine failure occurs. The pilot and the plane are now falling from the sky. That was 4 months ago. We come to the present now. The pilot and his team are now running from somebody, in a high-speed vehicle through the streets of Florence, Italy. The police are also pursuing them. We go 17 minutes earlier in time. The pilot is making a deal with some mafia boss in Italy and the deal goes wrong. And now back to real time. They are running from the mafia and the police on Italian streets in a high-speed chase. We now see that the driver is called 6, and the pilot is 1, aka the billionaire. We are introduced to number 2, number 5, and number 4 one after another. They all have different skills. 6 is a skilled driver, 1 is a billionaire, 4 is a parkour expert, 5 is a doctor, 2 is an ex-CIA operative, and 3 is a hitman. Bad guys are closing in on them. Police choppers are also gaining on them. During the high-speed chase, number 4, aka the doctor, is performing surgery on number 2 to remove a bullet. We see number 2 is a highly skilled shooter. She takes out most of the bad guys on her own. They drive through churches and Italian architecture buildings while running from the mafia. After all the chaos and destruction, they are able to escape bad guys, but number 6 dies in the process. We find out that the group doesn't know each other's names. They just address each other by their numbers. After saying goodbye, they bury number 6 in the ocean. We now move to Afghanistan and see that US soldiers are fighting Taliban operatives. Later we find out that these are just flashbacks from a skilled army sniper. Due to a chain of command issue, he is not able to neutralize the enemy in time. Because of this, his whole squad got murdered by a vehicle bombing in Afghanistan. We see one meeting with the sniper and recruiting him for the mission. He also fakes his own death, similar to what one did in the past. They even did a funeral for him. The soldier is named number 7 after joining the team. The team gathers information on the bad things done by bad people all around the world, and now their mission is to hunt them down. The team is planning to bring down the cruel dictator of Turkestan and his generals, and make them face judgment. We see one's backstory. 1 is a typical billionaire. He gives money to charity and does a bit of self-promotion during the process. During one of his charity events in Turkestan, 1 witnesses the place being bombed by the dictator's army, and it changes his life forever. The dictator chemical bombed refugee camps, and then he himself leaked the footage of the destruction to social media. 1 has a brief encounter with the dictator after a screenplay. After that encounter, 1 decided to bring bad guys to justice, and in order to do that he fakes his death. Back to the present time. The team's primary goal is to take down the evil dictator Rovak Alimov, who rules the country Turkestan, with an iron fist. We see number 2's backstory. She was a CIA operative who was trying to capture the dictator's brother in the past. The generals are going on vacation in Vegas, and the team is ready to intercept them. Number 2 and 3 come in disguises to the hotel the generals are staying and kill them all. One of the generals gives up the location of the dictator's brother. The brother is actually under house arrest in China, ordered by his brother. We see number 3's backstory also. He was a hitman who killed a bad man, but after that, he saw the daughter of the man and he is deeply affected by it. We see the dictator throwing off his own man from the top of the building, thinking they betrayed him. We see that 4 was a jewel thief, and during a heist, he is betrayed by his teammates. And then he is hired by 1. The team is flying to Hong Kong to free the dictator's brother from house arrest. The brother is more favorable to democracy than his brother, the dictator. They prepare for the mission to free the brother from the penthouse. They wear gas masks and throw laughing gas on the building. Number 4 is about to drown in a swimming pool, but he is saved by number 7. The team broadcasts a high-frequency song and breaks the glass of the building. 7 starts sniping the targets from a crane. The team faces high resistance from the security of the building, but they are able to fight back. Meanwhile, number 3's mask broke and he is exposed to laughing gas. The Chinese police arrived at the building, but the team hasn't completed their mission yet. To help them, 7 shoots the water tank at the roof, and all the water in the swimming pool falls to the ground, along with all the stuff on the floor. 1 got caught but was able to eliminate his targets. The team escapes the building by using zip lines. But 4 is trapped inside the building and the enemies are closing in on him. 4 uses his parkour skill to run from enemies. But he eventually got caught by them. The team is about to go without him. But 7 is reluctant to not leave his team members behind. He snipes the enemy and saves 4. Dictator Asimov finds out about the team. He hires a team of his own to hunt them down. The team flies to Turgestan and starts working on the coup to make the dictator's brother president. Number 4 plants a hacking device on the state propaganda television antenna. 1 and 7 go to the state-run television center as a businessman, and they upload their bug there. The team prepares for the final mission to overthrow the dictatorship in Turgestan. They activate the bug, and it transmits the message from the dictator's brother to the whole nation. Protests break out all over the nation against the dictator. The team also blows up the statue of the dictator. Amid the nationwide protests, the dictator tries to get to his armored yacht. He ordered fighter jets to escort him. The dictator is able to reach his yacht. 3 got in an accident, but he manages to survive. As the yacht is about to leave the harbor, the team fights their way to infiltrate the boat. Meanwhile, the dictator orders the generals to bomb the hospitals and schools, but he is interrupted by his brother. 2 and 3 fight off bad guys in the dining area. As the enemies are closing on them, 1 uses his magnets to move all the metallic objects to one side and then to the other side, and it destroyed all the enemies. The magnets are so powerful that it holds even people wearing metallic objects to the magnetic walls. During the fight, 1 of the bad guys presses a button on 1's phone and it triggers a few explosions on the boat. 4 is pinned down, but 1 goes after him and rescues him. The dictator escapes the yacht in a small boat, and then he gets picked up by a helicopter. Later, he finds out that he is picked up by his brother and the team. The whole country is protesting against the dictator, and people in the refugee camps are free now. The team drops the dictator near a refugee camp, and all the people that are tortured by the dictator take their revenge on the dictator. We see number 3 introduces number 2 to his mother. 1 meets his son and girlfriend. 4 and 5 go rock climbing together, and we see 7 let go of his past. The dictator's brother becomes the new president of Turgestan. In the end, we see the team getting ready and going for their new mission.